Video that just covers a couple of the questions in the assignment for Module 2. So if you remember, Module 2 is actually 2 weeks, so you have 2 weeks to work on this assignment and get help in various ways. So we're going to look at number 1, number 2, and we're going to talk a little bit about the other questions as they're all sequences. So if we look at number 1, it's asking us, find the sum of the series given by these terms. So basically, I'm taking Coke cans and I'm making a triangular arrangement of cans. So think about this like bowling, right? So in bowling, you've got, I'm not really sure how many pins because it's been a hot minute since I've been bowling, but say you'll have 6 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to get the triangle, the next row has 5 pins. And then the next row has 4 pins. Then we have 3, 2, and 1. And we get this nice triangular shape. So the sequence that describes this, or the series, is 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So this is actually completely doable by hand because I only have 6. And the homework, I start out at 35. So you can do this method and type it in the calculator and add it up. Or you can look at this and say, well, this is arithmetic sequence because I'm subtracting 1 each time. So that means that my difference is going to be -1. My starting term is going to be 6. And so from there, I just need to plug into the arithmetic formula so that I can find the sum. And if you're wondering what is a sub n, well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Term 6 is 6. So if I was looking at the homework problem, then a sub n would be the 35 for the first row of cans. So you're just going to take this and plug that into the arithmetic formula for the sum of a series. So that one's not too bad, but you really just have to kind of draw it out. I'm a very visual learner, so I have to draw things. The next thing is sigma notation. So sigma notation isn't as hard as it first seems. So if I'm looking at sigma notation, I have this, something like this. Let's see what the exact problem is. All right, 2 to 25. So I'm going to simplify this one because I don't want to do 25 terms. But let's say I say I equals 1 and I say n equals 5. Cut me some slack because I am working on a mouse that's not wanting to work well. So let's say it's 3n minus 2. Okay. So if I do this, this means I just start at 1 and I end at 5. So I'm going to do 3 times 1 minus 2. So that would be 1. Then I'm going to do 3 times 2 minus 2, which is going to be 4. Then I'm going to do 3 times 3 minus 2 will be 9. So that's 7. 3 times 4 minus 2. And now I'm starting to see a pattern. So if you look at the pattern here, I go from 1 to 4 to 7 to 10. So right here I see, oh, there's a pattern. I'm just adding 3 to every term. So because I'm seeing that pattern and I'm adding 3, it's actually an arithmetic series. Because what the sigma notation says is after you plug in, you're just going to add all the numbers up. So this is no different than a traditional arithmetic series. So once I have all the numbers, this one again, I only did 5 terms, so I can type this directly in my calculator. I definitely don't want to do it 35 times. So here I see, okay, well my first term is 1 because I plugged in 1 first. I'm adding 3 to each term, so my d equals 3. And if I wanted to know, this is a sub 0. Sorry, that shouldn't be a sub n, that's a sub 0. If I wanted to know my last term, I would just plug in whatever is here into the equation. So I did that and I got 13, but you would need to plug in 35 in the assignment question. And now you plug these numbers into your arithmetic series formula. So they're all series questions, but they're just, you have to kind of work them out a little bit so that you can find the pattern. So that's the key. Is anytime I see these types of things, I'm going to look and actually plug in or actually take a look at what it is. I'm going to sketch it, because you can't figure out that this is an arithmetic series just by looking at the question with the sigma. There's no way to know that. I had to actually plug in and find a pattern. So that's going to be the key thing here, is making sure that you're plugging in, you're finding a pattern, you're drawing the picture, and all of those types of things.